What have you done with the information that God has given you? Stored up information. Everything has an expiration date. We go to the grocery store, we look at items that's on the shelf, we look at the expiration date. And sometimes we store things because of a disaster, or we store up things because there may be a storm coming. But what have you done with the information that God has given you? What have you done with the information of the courses you have taken, the classes, the degrees, certificates? What have you done with the information? Are you storing it up for a later time, or are you utilizing the tools that you have learned to help someone else? There's a scripture in First Peter 4:10 that states, each one of us has received a gift used to serve one another as good stewards of God's varied grace. Meaning that God has given us all gifts, but what we do with those gifts determines the outcome. This is what I want to talk about, because I see many people stuck in the same cycle of frustration, of not really knowing what to do. They are frustrated. They're in a state of trying to still figure things out because they're all over the place. In this channel, y'all, I want to build a space for the creatives to be creative. Some of you may have so many gifts inside of you that you simply don't know what to do with the gifts. Some of you may have had so many ideas, but you may have tried the ideas and the ideas just didn't work out the way that you desire or thought they should have worked out. Here's why. I have the solution. I have the answer for you. The reason why some of the things that you have worked on, that you have tried over, didn't work because you wasn't in your own lane. I say that again. Some of the things that you may have tried may have been a good idea, but it wasn't a God idea. And sometimes when we get the two mixed up, we may go down a path and have so much faith and trust in the thing that we are creating. And if it don't work, it feels like a failure. It feels like you may have failed, and it's hard for you to pick up the momentum again to really fully trust God with what He's giving you. But I believe if you take a step back and focus and look and ask God questions, what is it that He desires for you to do in this season, and really focus on the vision that God gave you, not trying to come up with so many ideas of how it's going to work, or simply just staying in your lane. This time it's going to work for you. There is a quote by Les Brown that I like to give you all. In the quote, Les Brown states, the graveyard is the richest place on earth. Do y'all know why he said that? The graveyard is the richest place on earth because it's the place that holds unwritten books, unsung songs, and unshared inventions. What are you holding on to that God has given you that you are not executing, that you have not prepared for because of your unbelief, because you are so focused on trying to work a vision and look at how you can make money off of the vision? Sometimes we had to change our perspective on how we look at things, right? But here's a problem that many of us have: gifts and talents that we never use because fear of being judged, fear of failure, disappointments, fear of not feeling worthy, or simply because we are stuck in our comfort zones. And also, like I mentioned before, we don't know our lane. So when you don't know your lane, you can't stay in your lane. I have written a book called Steps to Obedience: Learning to Walk with God. It's a guide to help believers learn how to walk with God with the vision that He's placed inside of you to do. In this book, I talk about owning your lane and staying in your lane. I talk about the trials that comes with your obedience, the good and the bad that comes with your obedience, but in the end, it's worth it, because sometimes obedience requires the development. Oftentimes, We have all the information. We don't took, like I said before, we don't took all the courses, the classes, gotten all the information that we need, and it's stored up in our mind. But we don't release it to the world. We don't release it to the people that we are called to because of fear of being judged, because we are so used to being in our comfort zone that we don't want to step out in faith because of the last disappointment. This what I see a lot. I see a lot of people toiling in their business, or every other month they on a new adventure, doing something new, but not doing the thing that God asked them to do. I see people that's frustrated with their career or with the things that they are trying to build simply because they haven't obeyed the last instruction God gave them. I was there not too long ago, and I'm still learning to trust God with the vision that He has gave me, knowing that, hey, it's gonna work. It's deeper than just building. It goes deeper than just creating something. But I believe that we have to know what we are building, why we are building it, and who we are building it for. Also, get rid of the unbelief, the doubt, the rejection, the people pleasing. Because sometimes on this path, everybody's not gonna root you on, everybody's not gonna like what you're doing, and you may not even get the attention or the applause that you were looking for because it's the vision that God gave you. And you have to believe in the vision enough to push it all the way through. So my question to you again is, what have you done with all the information that you have stored up? Is it still in your mind? Is it still written on a notebook or in your notes in your phone? What have you done with the information that you have stored up, that you have collected? I believe in this season, it's time for us to use our gifts, give our gifts to the world so that others can be free. Others can know that they are not going through what they're going through alone. We are to help each other, build each other up by our testimonies. Simply know that you didn't go through all that you had to go through just for you. It's to help somebody else. So let's get unstuck. Let's move forward in obedience, faith, and trust in God, and know that everything is going to work out this time. Another thing I wanted to talk about is procrastination isn't just procrastination. Procrastination breeds frustration. Oftentimes we procrastinate because we don't believe in the vision enough that it will work. So we tiptoe around what God has told us to do, which leads to frustration and stagnation. Stagnation leads to us feeling stuck and repeating never ending cycles. Many of us are stuck in cycles of trying to figure out what led us here. What led you to the point of frustration? What led you to the point of just being stuck and don't know what to do? The reason is simply that we don't have enough faith to believe what God gave us will work. We are trying to figure out the outcome, basically. In Proverbs 18:16, and it states, a man's gift makes room for him and bringeth him before great men. I want to challenge you today to seek God. Ask God, what is the gifts that He has given you that you're not using today? Simply because we could be sitting down on our gifts and we may think the gift that God has given us is small. We may think that sometimes the gifts that may seem small to us, it may be something simple like people coming to you with their problems all the time. That was me. I could be in a grocery store. People will always come up to me, totally strangers, and just start telling me their problems. But I was able to comfort them in that moment, encourage them in that moment, because it was something that I always done. And I just looked at it like it was something small, not knowing that that was actually the gift that God wanted to use for His glory. Sometimes the gifts that God gives us may seem small to us, but it's big to God. Know that it's big to God, it's valuable to God, that everything that God has given you, placed inside of you, is enough. You are worthy. You are enough. You have what it takes. Don't let the enemy continue to tell you you're not worthy. You don't have what it takes, or you just want to stay in your comfort zone because it's comfortable. Growth is uncomfortable. And know that nothing that you went through is wasted. The situations that you went to, the trials, the tribulations, the hardships, the grief, everything that you went through would not be wasted. God is going to use all of it for His glory. That's all for this video, but I want to tell you it's time to take all that stored up information off of the shift. It's time to use all the information that you have collected over the years. It's time to move forward in grace, peace, love. Work the thing that God has told you. Stop tiptoeing around it, because the frustration is not going to do anything but amp up even more. And sometimes that frustration turns to anger because we don't know what to do. So I want to challenge you on today. Sit with God, ask God, why are you frustrated? Why haven't you started the vision God has told you to do? Why aren't you focusing enough and working on the vision that God has given you? Y'all, I am a life coach. I'm here to help you learn how to build with God. If you ever need my services, be sure to reach out to me. Also, grab my book. The link is in my bio, Steps to Obedience, Learning to Walk with God. Until next time, be sure to like, share, and subscribe to TikTok with Nick.